Hunter. This is the Family Showdown!
Howdy folks, welcome back to my top 100 games of all time. Today I'm presenting my number 70 to 61. And looking at this list, half are new games.
Ooh.
There's some family favorites in here. And there's a lot of big boxes. So if I groan a little bit picking some of these up, it's because I'm old. So we're going to start it right off. Oh, I'm Hunter and this is Rebecca. And I'm going to start it right off with a family favorite. My number 70 is Jamaica.
Oh, yes.
Jamaica is a pirate-themed racing game. All right, my number 60. So this is
Just that awesome.
This one probably hits the table more than any other in our little game group that we have. This one is, everyone seems to like this game. And it's just because it's light, fun, a little bit of take that. Racing game. It's easy to learn. Nothing really more to say to that. It's
the combat in it's really fun too.
Yeah.
It's really goofy. It's kind of random. Really fun.
Yeah, it's just a real fun little light racing game that plays. The reason it hits the table so much, it plays up to 6 players. So
it's a good number.
And it pretty much takes the same amount of time as the players, which you do almost simultaneous actions, kind of. So it's a pretty little quick little racing game with a pirate theme on top of it.
Good choice.
And a nice little box.
Good choice.
My number 70. Oh, I didn't say. It was my number 19 last year. And why did it fall down the list, Rebecca?
Because it's light. Hey, it stayed on there. It's pretty good.
All right. So my number 69 is a double cheat and a co-op. Wow. What is this game? What is this game? Double cheat co-op.
Double cheat, so that means you haven't played it?
No, I've played it once. I do not own it.
Okay.
And it's a cooperative game known as XCOM, the board game.
Must be
Wait,
nice.
It's not a cheat. I played that twice in a row at BGG Con last year. So, my number 69 is XCOM, the board game. It's a cool little cooperative game where you have an app that controls all the kind of logistics. And every little person has a different job. One is kind of like the commander. Another guy is like controls the ground troops. Another person controls the treasury and basically the economy. Another person's a scientist. And it's real time, so it's go, and you got like 10 seconds to do what you're going to do, and you do your little thing and say, I'm done. And then the next person goes, and they do their thing really quick, and they say they're done. And the quicker you get all your jobs done, I'm really excited about this game. The quicker you get all your jobs done, the more time you have at the end to kind of chill out and kind of get some things done and make sure that, spend your little extra money you have left and stuff like that. So it's a real-time cooperative game, but you have part of it's real time, and you basically assign all your actions and what you're going to do and spend all your money for that round. And then person by person, you do your actions that you planned out. And that one's not real time. You just go through the motions of doing your actions. And then basically the premise is there's aliens attacking. I don't know if you haven't played XCOM, the video game. It's aliens are attacking the planet, and you're basically trying to defend Earth against these aliens. So,
what's not to love about that?
Yeah, it's a cool little, awesome. It's a fun game, and now that I think about it, I believe I played that twice in a row. So it's technically only one cheat, and that is I don't own it. It's not a cheat. I just don't own the game.
Well,
so there you go. My number 69.
A game
I'm really excited about this game for it to be my 69. What am I going to think about the ones above this? So my 69 is XCOM, the board game. So my number 68 is another family favorite.
Okay.
Who doesn't love pointing guns at your parents? And that is Cash and Gun, 2nd edition. This is a fun little lightweight game where you point foam guns at each other. And it is hilarious to watch Nessa point a gun at me or Rebecca and just start cackling because she thinks it's the most hilarious thing in the world. So basically the concept is that you're a gang of hoodlums who just robbed something, and you're going back to your base and you're dividing up the loot. And when you get ready to divide loot, everybody pulls their guns and points, like in all the movies. They point the guns at each other, and you decide whether you're going to stay in or not. And some of the bullets are real, some are fake, so you have to decide whether you're going to stay up or duck out of the fight. And if you stay up and you get shot, you get a wound and you don't get to divide the loot. And if you duck out, you don't get to divide the loot. So you got to be brave and stay in and divide the loot. And most loot at the end of the game wins. And it comes. Gotta open this up.
Yeah, it's hilarious. This game is fun, and everybody
comes
loves playing it.
With foam guns. Stick them up. So it's a great little, fun little. Like I said, this is a one that hits the table quite often.
Yeah, if you've got little ones like Ness, when she was even smaller, played this. We just randomized the bullets, so no one knew whether they were going to be blanks or reals. It made it very exciting.
So there you go. My number 68. My number 31 last year. I don't think I said that. My 31 last year. 68 this year. Cash and Guns, 2nd edition. All right. So my number 67 is a new game to the list. Like I said, half of my games in this list are new.
Okay.
And this is a cool little 2-player game that we love so much that we bought both expansions at great expense because they're out of print. And that game is Agricola. All creatures great and small. This is it's Agricola condensed down into a quick little 2-player game. I don't know if quick. I guess it plays about half an hour or so.
Pretty quick.
So you get all the fun of Agricola. You get all the little animals and you build defenses and all that good stuff like you do in Agricola. But it's a really fast, quick little 2-player game, and you build buildings. And the expansions are just more buildings, and I got both of the expansions because we liked it so much. This is just a fun little distilled down Agricola game that works. That's designed for 2 players. Agricola with 2 players doesn't work so well, but this game is designed for 2 players and works great.
I like it better than Agricola, and UA Rosenberg stuff's just awesome. We just really like it.
There may be more later. Spoiler.
There better be. Spoiler.
Wow. I've been threatened. There will be more UA Rosenberg games later on, but this one's a great. Like she said, I like this better than Agricola. Yeah. It's just a great because we play most of our games 2-player, and this is perfect for us. So Agricola, all creatures, big and small, and expansions. My number.
Really?
68. 67.
My number 67.
70. Oh, there's no XCOM. I don't have XCOM.
Look at you.
67, a new one to the list.
No, 66.
No, I said no, 60. I'm still talking about Agricola.
Okay.
A new one to the list. Agricola, all creature, big and small.
I'm just
My next one is another family favorite and a big box. I mentioned big boxes. This one is a crossover between family favorite, big box. And that game is... Here we go. This is where I grunt. Rampage! This is a box of cardboard. Yes. Anyway, this one is now called Terror in Meeple City because Rampage, there was a video game in the 90s, 80s called Rampage where you destroy buildings. So it's really, it's almost a port of that, a board game version of that video game, but I'm sure they didn't have the rights to put Rampage. So, like I said, it's called Terror in Meeple City. What this one is you are big, like, Godzilla-looking dudes that run around the city and destroy it. And it's actually a 3D city that have meeples, and you're just knocking down buildings, eating meeples, and
it's awesome.
Throwing buses at each other, and it's just crazy. It's just a laugh out loud fun. We have a live play of this on our channel that you can watch if you wish.
That's right. We do.
But yeah, this is just a fun family favorite. Nessa, Katie, and me and Rebecca throw this down, and we throw buses at each other the whole time. And
pretty much.
Nessa loves this game. She thinks it's hilarious when people get knocked over.
Yes.
So it's just a real fun dexterity game with a big Godzilla destroying the city theme on top of it. So my number 66. Look at that. I got that one right. 66. My number 66. Rampage / Terror in Meeple City.
That's such a good one.
All right. So my number 65 is a brand new game for us, and it's obviously new to the list. We played this game at Dice Tower Con and loved it, so I bought it, and that game is Emotep.
Wow.
Emotep. This is just it's
It's a great game.
It's just a really well designed
Yeah.
game. It's light, but it's still high on my list because it's just so everything's so smooth and it looks so nice. It's a beautiful. I like the cubes and how they look and the little boats, and the theme is your Egyptians building.
Your civilization.
Yeah, great wonders, I guess. They're building pyramids and obelisks and tombs and all sorts of stuff. And it's just a real light, family weight game that just looks great. And it's easy to teach. It plays quickly.
Yeah.
It's easy to grasp. It's just a fun, well-designed game.
It's another one of those where there's a lot of good choices, too.
Yeah. It's just
really great game.
It gets a little bit of take that to it. It's got special power cards and all sorts of cool things,
but it's really easy to pick up.
Yeah,
like a non-gamer could play this game.
It's another one of those games that scores at various stages. Some score every round, some score at the end.
Yeah,
that kind of thing. And there's different locations you can go to do things. So you flip those cards over and you get brand new things. So you can kind of trick up your game. It adds to the replayability of the game by having cards with different things on each side. But it's just a really cool family weight. Nice looking, easy to learn game.
Good pick.
Emotep.
Good pick.
My 65.
Wow.
I got that one right. Look at that.
Wow, it's so light, and it's neat that this... I mean, that tells you how good a game it is that it made it that high up on your list, and we haven't really played it all that long.
Yep.
So, just solid game.
So my number 64 is a new game to my list. This was actually gifted to me by a friend, and I played this solo when Rebecca wasn't around. I don't know where you were. You were somewhere. You were off in another place.
Okay.
And I played this one solo, and I really, really enjoyed it solo.
Oh.
It was a blasty blast.
I think I know what game this is.
Brand new game, number 64, and it's one of those big games. Here we go.
Yeah, it's gotta be. It's gotta be. Yep. Okay, I was right.
Temple of Elemental Evil. Thanks, Larry. This one is a box full of miniatures. What I like about this is in the D&D line of board games. This one, the DM or the Overlord or the whatever you want to call it, the bad guy, is automated. So you can play this one purely co-op, and it plays 1 to probably 5 or 6 players, 5 players. But the bad guys, the monsters, have specific rules on how they move and what they do. So they run themselves basically. You just follow. They have little cards tell you how they attack, how they move and things like that, and you explore the dungeon, you expose tiles as you go, and there's scenarios, and you can build your character up and play a full campaign, or you can play one-off games. It's just a really great dungeon crawl that doesn't require an overlord to run it for you.
Now, have I played this one?
You have not played this one?
This is the one I haven't played.
Yeah,
okay.
You played the
played a couple of the other ones.
The Ravenloft and
okay.
Chardalon and Legend of Drizzt and all those.
Okay, I just haven't played this one yet.
This one's fairly new, and like I said, I don't remember where you were. I found myself all alone, and I cranked this out 2 or 3 times.
Probably teaching.
No, this was back early during the summertime time. Oh, this is when you went off to Wyoming.
Oh yeah,
that's when I played this one.
Okay.
Yeah, so Temple Elemental Evil. I recommend any of the D&D line of board games if you're looking for a purely cooperative dungeon crawl.
Yeah, you got a tabletop group of friends. That'd be a good one to introduce them into board gaming with too.
So that was my number 64, a new game to the list.
Woohoo.
Temple of Elemental Evil board game.
Another big heavy box.
All right. And here comes another semi-heavy box. This one isn't new to the list. It was my number 46 last year. It dropped down to 63.
Not too big of a drop.
One of my favorite deck builders and a heavy box. That is Thunderstone Advanced. Sadly out of print, but they're coming out with a new edition of the game, a brand spanking new, shiny new version of this game soon. So those people that have been waiting for this to come back into print doesn't have to wait too much longer, I don't think. But this is one of my favorite. I don't think it's my favorite deck builder. I'm not going to go through my list, but it's one of my favorite deck builders because it has a fantasy theme on top of it.
Gotcha. Where
you go out and hire adventurers, and you equip your adventurers, and you get spells and all sorts of stuff, and then you storm into a dungeon, and you fight the bad guys and for victory points. So, and your little adventurers can level up and all sorts of fun things like that. So it's a deck builder with a fantasy theme on top of it. So I gotta like it.
I liked that. Yeah, I like that they can level up.
And there's all sorts of different modules. We only have this one. We only have the base set, but you can buy different. Well, you could have bought different modules for this that have different things, that have different the types of monsters and different adventures and equipment and stuff.
But honestly, I mean, it seems like there's enough in the base set. You don't need the expansion for that. There's quite a bit of game in the one box. Because have we even explored all of the options yet?
We haven't played with. I don't know if we've played with all of the cards.
I don't think we have yet.
It's like Dominion. You can pick and choose which cards you have. So there's different combinations of cards, equipment. You have different adventures, different equipment, different spells. And I know a lot of people that own this and other sets combine all their sets into some big epic Thunderstone, which I haven't ever played, but I heard it's pretty cool. Wow. There you go. My number...
Is that 72?
63.
Oh, my bad.
Thunderstone Advanced Towers of Ruin. This is a base set, the very first one.
This next one's 62, huh?
62 is a cheat. We've only played this game once. I don't know how or why. It's fairly new-ish, but it's kind of the way we got it, we played it, we enjoyed it, and then it kind of drifted off, and we haven't got back to it again. And that is Suburbia.
Oh, I've played it more than you.
Oh, I only played it once.
I've taught some friends that.
Oh, okay. I've only played this one time, and that's Suburbia. It's a great little city-building game where the tiles... orientation of tiles matter, and what the other players are doing matters too. And you're just trying to build the best and most efficient city. And you have bonuses each round. There's 3 rounds, and each round has a little bit different bonus that you get that you're trying to shoot for. And just a great little, easy little tile laying game. It's a little bit longish, I think, for the weight that it is. But that's that's okay. That's probably one of the reasons why it's a little further down. Obviously, I only played it once, but I really enjoyed it. But it seemed like it overstayed its welcome just a hair. But it's still an awesome city building / tile laying game.
Well, and you may not find it drag on as much too the more you play it because you're more familiar with the rules.
Yeah, that's true.
It goes quicker. It goes much more quickly after you do that. So.
Yeah, I guess if you get quicker at the drafting, it goes a little bit quicker, right? But yeah, that's my number 62, right?
Yep.
62.
Yep.
Suburbia.
Yeah, that was a good one because a lot of the tiles, get bonuses or whatnot depending on what's neighboring and stuff. So it's a good one.
So my number 61 is another. We're back to that family favorite, and it's the only reason I think that it stayed this high on the list. I mean, 61 is pretty good for a game that was on my list last year. Is that our little one is playing it now, and it is so cute to watch her play this game. It was my number 22 last year, my number 61 this year, and that is
Stone Age.
Stone Age. Nessa's favorite game. I think it's when we play games with Nessa, we just say, Nessa, go get a game, and she usually wanders over to her table, her little bookshelf, and grabs a game, one of her games off of it. But lately, she's been walking over and grabbing this game, and she, with a little bit of help and a little bit of direction, she can play this game. We kind of suggest what she needs to go for, and then she knows, okay, I need to get stone or I need to get bricks, and she puts the people on there. We have to help her a little bit with how many to put there to kind of do the probability thing. But she really loves this game, and she, like I said, she chooses to go get this game.
It's so cool.
And it's a long game, and she hangs in there and plays the whole thing. It's really impressive to see her play this game. I was considering around the same time she started playing this of getting the My First Stone Age, but I think that doesn't have enough oomph for her. I don't think so. This one's like she loves this game, and I think that's almost for that reason it's hanging on my list. I think otherwise there's better worker placement games out there.
Well, yeah, but this is like the introductory worker placement game, and it's awesome because non-gamers can play it. Gamers can play it, and it'll be a little on the light side, but the theme's really cute, and the components are fun, and it's, again, the kiddos play it and enjoy it, and it's fun to watch the wheels turn as they're starting to learn how to strategize where they need to put people and plan a little bit ahead and make sure they can feed everybody, and it's really fun. Every time I've pulled this out, I've gotten somebody hooked on board gaming, and they love it. It's
a really good gateway game. The only drawback for this game is it's a longish game to be a gateway game, but it's about an hour or so.
But you know what? I've never had anybody complain about that.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. But yeah, so for almost, it's not really nostalgic, for sentimental reasons, this one hung onto my list because watching Nessa play this is so friggin' cute. So that's my number 61, my 22 last year, Stone Age. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.